Welcome back to Diary of a Lincoln Geek, our coverage of the UK Games Expo 2023. I'm Gregor, and I am here with Marcus of Blue Donut Games, and we're going to be talking about Horror in the Library. And then at some point during this video, I'm going to clap very loudly, and he's going to turn into Christian, who's the writer of Further Beyond, which is their venture into RPGs, role-playing games. So that's what's coming up in this video. Marcus, let's talk Horror in the Library first, because last time we were here, you were about to launch a Kickstarter campaign for it, and then that didn't fund. So do you want to talk about what is Horror in the Library and what's happened to it? Where are we at now?
Absolutely, yes. So, first of all, what is Horror in the Library? It is a tile-based card collecting game with a Victorian theme around horror, but for families.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? A horror game for families? Yes, absolutely. Well, I mean, some people would say Monopoly is a horror game for families at Christmas time, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a different kind of horror, I think.
Exactly. Yes, as you said, last year we were trying to kickstart the campaign. Sadly, some unfortunate things happened. Obviously, people were struggling with trying to get over the terrible things of COVID. Then we had the financial issues that caused, and then the Ukraine war broke out. So a bummer for Ukraine and a bummer for us, to be honest.
Yeah.
So what we've done is, over the last year, we've worked really hard to try and get both the cost down and improve the quality of manufacture and provide a little extra sauce in the game as well. So we've done that by, first of all, improving the quality and reducing the price. We've done that because we've teamed up with Longpack Games over in China, and Doris and her team have been amazing to help us with that. And we're working with Games Quest to provide fantastic shipping prices, so really good shipping right across the world, which is absolutely amazing. And I've been working as well to create some extra sauce in the game by creating both the classic game and an advanced game for players. So they can flip over their player board, which was an idea from one of the public who played our game, and I thought it was rather inspired, so I nicked it.
Yep.
And
all the best art comes that way.
This is true, isn't it? The players get to use the special abilities of their characters. So, for example, Betty Sizzle, she's an actress, and if she gets +5, she goes into Encore, which enables her to rotate a room tile not once but twice per turn. So 180 degrees rather than 90 degrees. But if she's -5, poor old Betty becomes hysterical, and one of her actions has to be played by another player of her choosing.
One of the things that I really liked about Horror in the Library when we saw it last year was the whole tile rotating mechanic, and that seemed really unique to me. And the sort of Scooby-Doo element of you've got people running through one door and they come out another. And I think that is really effective. How is that going down this year? Has anything changed about that?
It's gone down a storm. I mean, we've had, so Friday was incredibly busy, back-to-back demoing, and today has been even more so. We haven't got enough volunteers to play. We need more tables, and we've got queues going on. People really love that idea, and as you say, we're very, very grateful that we've come up with inspiration that's inspired us to create something that's very different from a lot of other games. And again, we've been very lucky to find a manufacturing partner that's enabled us to do that at scale, so that we can have beautiful handles. The little brass knobs, they're golden now, very shiny. So that's been a real whiz. I think the other thing that people have loved, what we've been doing at the show, is one of the curse cards is the Devil's Finger Trap.
Okay.
And we happen to have Devil's Finger Traps here. So when you play with the cursed Devil's Finger Trap, you've got to actually get out of the Devil's Finger Trap, and that's a prize as well if you play the game here at the show.
So what is a Devil's Finger Trap? I feel like I should go and...
I think you better go and get one of those tubes.
One of those tubes?
Where you put both your fingers in each end of the tube. Simple, isn't it? Just
Okay.
put your fingers in.
I might use my little fingers.
Yeah. You have to do the same.
Okay.
Okay, now pull them out. Aha. So that's the problem.
So you need to...
So you need to either twist it or
Yeah.
push it in and then carefully let it go. So the curse card, which has got the devil's finger trap in it, you have to roll +5 and use that as one of your actions, otherwise you're stuck in the room. So have a bit of fun with the party, play the game here at the UK Games Expo, Hall 2, stand 211, and you'll get one of those.
Excellent. And it is without, I assume these aren't a Kickstarter additional tier, get a free one of these, but it is on Kickstarter at the moment.
Yes, it is. Yes, exactly. So we've, last year the game was retailing £60 a box. This year, on Kickstarter, it's £45 a box. So we've made a massive saving.
Yeah, at a time when the cost of everything else is going up.
The cost of our game's going down.
Yeah, it's got literally 25% off.
We like to be different from everybody else.
So how is that going so far? Although I feel like I might be, because I was refreshing the page before I came to talk to you. When I last refreshed the page, you were very nearly at £1,000
Wow.
of a £4,000 target. So
Okay.
it's looking pretty good.
We only launched at lunchtime, so that's not bad.
I was chatting to a couple of other people about it, and they were like, well, it's quite a risky move to launch a Kickstarter, to launch a crowdfunding campaign at an exhibition where lots of other people are competing for that attention. So what made you choose that you wanted to do it at Expo in 2023?
A simple choice was the people that come to play the game. They're the ones that we do this game for. And they've been so supportive. We've had so many people come back from last year saying they're so excited to be able to crowdfund the game because they were disappointed it didn't get funded. We hope that people will take a leaflet, go home. If they are not happy to back here, that they want to go home and have a look at it. There's plenty of information both on our Kickstarter page and there's lots of information on our website. Plus, what we also done is the previous version of Horror in the Library you can play through Tabletopia for free, and you can play it online with your friends.
Nice. Have you had, I know you said you've been really busy, have you had any chance to catch anything else at UKGE this year? And or is there anything that you want to make, even if you get a spare 5-10 minutes of time, what would you go and find?
I have either been in a van or I've been playing games, which makes me very, very happy to play. I'm a bit like a comedian that loves laughing at their own jokes. I do love playing Horror in the Library because of the people that come and play. They're fantastic. Everybody's got a different playing style, and you meet people and you have great conversations. I'll be honest with you, Oink games are always a favourite of mine. I think they're the games maker.
Yeah.
So I would love to be able to see Golden Donut, obviously being a donut company. I saw them at the show last year, but they weren't on the stand when I had the time to come and see them, so I'd like to have a chat with them. But basically, any new creator, Blue Donut Games wants to support them as much as we can do. We need fresh blood. It keeps us all competitive.
Fantastic. All right. I am going to make you turn into someone else now, if that's okay.
Absolutely. I'll go and see if I'm going to...
And we're going to talk about Further Beyond. Hello, Christian.
Hello.
Welcome to Diary of Lincoln Geek. You're with Blue Donut Games, and I understand that you have been venturing with them into the world of RPGs, which is very different to Horror in the Library, where the story is very much told by a set roster of characters. And instead, we are looking at, stretching for prop, Further Beyond.
Yeah,
So,
venturing further beyond, you could say.
do you want to tell us a little bit about Further Beyond? So you're the writer?
I'm the writer, sort of developer, same sort of thing. Really.
Yeah.
So it's not a story in there. It is a set of rules, essentially, how to play, how to play a role-play game. So if you're sort of familiar with Dungeons and Dragons or anything like that, so in this it's a bit different. It's more sci-fi. So we have scientists, we have soldiers, we have operatives. And amongst others, it's including also like the core rules for play. So how do you deal with combat? What's the core mechanics of the game? Which is for this, basically you roll d20s and you add numbers to that, and that is the core resolution mechanic for we have a little example character sheet here. I can sort of show. This one's been scribbled on slightly, but we've been played with previously to now. Where we have all our stats here. I'll show you sort of physique, dexterity, intellect, affinity. So most of the time, you say I want to sneak past these guards. I'll say, okay, roll a d20, add your dexterity. So for this, that would be +3. If you have any bonuses, if you have any skills relating to stealth, you can add your bonus from that. So this one has a stealth bonus of +6, so they'd add a total +9. Yeah, the core of this game is very much focused on exploration. Humanity is in the fledgling stages of expanding outside of Earth.
Yeah.
We've properly colonized a handful of planets.
Yeah.
And sort of spreading our tendrils beyond that.
Fair enough. There's a lot of adventure that you can have there because there is literally unlimited potential in the vast emptiness of space. Doesn't sound right because
we've called it the vast. Is what the beyond space that humanity has not touched yet is called the vast.
Nice. I like that. That's a good name. Not just because I said it by chance. What's the process been so far with this? Was this your first go at writing an RPG of this sort of thickness?
Yeah, this is my first go at writing a proper RPG with full feature length. My sort of design sort of background, I suppose, comes from doing a lot of homebrew for Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
So like subclasses, classes, and various other things from that. Obviously running my own games, and so I felt very confident because I'd spent so many times playing lots of different roleplay games, studying them as well. So so I felt very confident of going into this. You know, we can probably make a game, and I think got in contact with Marcus by just sort of.
How did you convince him? What did you say to Marcus that he was like, yeah, I want to be part of this?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I just
maybe that should have been a better question for him.
I sent messages to a few roleplay game companies. So he got back to me. We had a bit of a conversation about. I think he just sort of he was curious to get to know me, I suppose, from the email. So we had a talk, and I think from what he said, like my passion of sort of for designing and the stuff I'd already made, like came across, and he thought, he thought I've been curious to do this, so this person knows how to make a roleplay game. Why don't we try and talk about and do that together? And sort of just kind of spiraled from there.
Yeah, I think where do you see it going? Like, what's the feedback been so far? What you intend to change? How are you intending to release it in the future? Okay,
so I think it's been going quite well so far. We've only been doing a handful of playtests so far. So over the next months, we're going to be doing lots more playtests. Most sort of roleplay games, if you say I want to do this, you'll set a target for success, and kind of it's like either succeed or you fail.
Yeah.
For this, there are like mechanics of partial successes, where you will suffer some negative consequences, but you'll still succeed.
Yeah.
And a lot of the players are having to sort of juggle how many consequences can take and things like that.
I really like that idea actually, because the idea that other role-playing games are very black and white, something is a success or a fail. Actually, that's not what things are like in real life. But you can have, there is a grey area where something can be a mild success or a not so serious failure.
Yeah. And you can and there's also degrees of consequence in this. So if it's an apocalyptic success, you might have a dire consequence that's really bad, or just kind of a mild one. Yeah, you step on a twig and it hurts a bit or something.
Yeah, no, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You've got some paintings in here.
Yes, Peter Elson made a lot of the art that we contacted his estate, basically his sister, and they were they were like really gracious to work with us and happily sort of license his artwork for our game.
And it suits it really well. There's a very sort of an otherworldly vibe to a sort of space age as imagined from the sort of 60s, 70s era space age that I think really works well.
It's like a retro style to it.
Yeah. Cool. The other question that I have been asking everyone is there anything else that you've seen at Games Expo yet that you really love? Or if you have to make some time, if you haven't made any time yet, what is it the one thing that you want to go and see, go and explore?
I've had an explore around half the expo. I won't talk about anything that's big because I know people.
You don't need to.
People, yeah, I don't need to tell people that. Yeah, if you like Warhammer, check out the Warhammer section. There was a very cool. I think there is a mech RPG that I saw called Salvage Union. That's sort of down that way in Hall 1. That is sort of focused around you kind of going across almost like a Mad Max style wasteland, building up your mech crawler from scrap, and I think probably part of the reason it's kind of similar to my game in that it's very exploration focused.
Yeah.
And going about building up a mech, and I thought that was quite a cool. It looked like almost like a road trip.
Yeah.
Like a mecha road trip kind of RPG. That seemed quite fun to me.
Cool. I might check it out. Christian, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to learn about Further Beyond. Where can people go if they want to keep on board, maybe have a go when you start play testing it a bit more?
Yes, so I believe if you go online to, is it bdgame.co.uk/Further Beyond? I think is correct.
I'll put the link in the video.
Yeah, okay. And we should be starting a Discord and Instagram. Socials will start up soon. If you go to that website, you can put on your email address and we can email you everything. But once socials up, once you search Further Beyond, that should get you to where you need to go. Further Beyond Blue Donut, it'll get you there.
Christian, it's been a pleasure. Have a great UK Games Expo 2023, and I'm looking forward to see more of Further Beyond. Thank you so much for joining us for Diary of Lincoln Geek's coverage of UK Games Expo 2023. If you liked what you've just seen, we have more videos from UK Games Expo 23. They're either on the way or they're already available, and a thing in a corner will appear so you can see it. But if you want to find more UK Games Expo and more Diary of Lincoln Geek content, where can they do that?
Well, we can check it out on the website, which is of course DOALG.co.uk, or if you like typing in things a little bit longer, diaryoflincolngeek.com. Yeah, we're also on our social media platforms as well, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and of course we're on TikTok.
Or if you're just happy with this video, if you liked it, there's a button where you can specifically tell us that you liked it.
Yeah.
And if you want to see more stuff, subscribe, and we'll catch you around. We'll be back UK Games Expo 2024, but there's a whole year in between then and now.
There certainly is.
So stick around, we've got loads more content to come.
Yeah. So take care, stay safe, and keep gaming, everyone.
See you later.